NFL rumors. Cowboys backed off Cooper Kupp pursuit over a few $1 million. Do the Dallas Cowboys have their roster figured out for the 2025 season? Another step will be the NFL draft, where Mel Kiper Jr. has them grabbing a running back in the first round. But perhaps surprisingly, the Cowboys reportedly backed off their pursuit of Cooper Kupp over a few $1 million. The revelation came from Diana Rossini on Scoop City's YouTube page. I think if he went for $11 or $12 million more, teams would have been willing to try to convince him to come, Rossini said. I think that once they heard that $15 million, some teams were like, we're not doing that. The Cowboys were out when they heard $14 million. They were like, bye, see ya. Kupp eventually signed with the Seahawks, packing in a 3-year, $45 million contract. Jerry Jones didn't think Cowboys needed WR Cooper Kupp? Chase Daniels' back and forth with Rossini turned more interesting when considering what the Cowboys refused to consider. Well, would they have paid $12 million? I think it would have been a different conversation for sure, but it's only $2 more million. I think the 14 for Cooper Kupp, like you said, seemed a little, I guess GMs don't want to get like God. It seems to make less sense that the Cowboys spurned the signing of Kupp over a few $1 million. It may have been refusing to commit to him for 3 seasons. That seems to be the nugget Rossini and Daniel are missing. If Kupp demanded a 3-year contract, it's no longer a few $1 million. It's closer to $10 million throughout the contract. And guaranteed money could have played a role. Kupp has missed 18 games in the last 3 years. Any guaranteed money over 3 seasons is highly risky. Cooper Kupp would have been an interesting addition for Cowboys. There's no doubt a healthy Kupp makes the Cowboys offense a lot more scary. And of course, any contract carries the risk of getting little to nothing in return because of injury. But a player displays the inability to get on the field almost every season. It's hard to agree with the risk of a 3-year contract. Jones may get roasted over his refusal to chase Kupp. Look at the criticism he endured when the Cowboys refused to sign Derrick Henry, who had a monster season with the Ravens. But also remember Dak Prescott's injury. Even with Henry, the injury loss of Prescott would likely have doomed the season even with Henry in town. Depending on what they do in the draft, the Cowboys will enter the 2025 season with CeeDee Lamb and WR1. His running mates will be Jalen Tolbert and Kevontae Turpin. That's a questionable receiver room in terms of the Cowboys seeking a place at the elite NFL table. Also included on the roster are Ryan Flournoy, Jonathan Mingo, Paris Campbell, and Jalen Brooks. None of those guys move the needle either.